we start first with respect for Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good evening, everybody. We are actually going today. We continue with the story about the beautiful woman named Māgandiya. She is a lady, okay, that she have good status, good family, Brahmin, and she looks very good. So she's looking for marriage to someone which will be equal to her. This is related to few Dhammapadas, but we start from Dhammapada verses number 179 and number 180. Then we continue our story with the Dhammapada about King Udena, which is 21, 22, and 23. And we are looking for the story that behind the sentence from the commentary of the Buddha Gosa. So this is where we are taking our stories. So I just shortly remind you what we was talking before, because we started, this is already maybe third or fourth, how to say, episode or some story that we are talking about this. It's long. It's about King Udena. It's the longest story from all the Dhammapada that exist. So we break it into pieces because otherwise it will be too long for one time. To make long story short, I just remind you where we are now. We talk again about Māgandiya. She want to marry. The Buddha meet the father. The father recognized that the Buddha is very beautiful, and Buddha was actually prince. So the father suggests that the Buddha will marry the daughter. He go and bring the daughter and the mother to meet the Buddha. The Buddha expressed to the father and mother that he got enlightened, and he overcome the greed for the sense doors. And the Buddha actually talked in this way to the parents, because the Buddha know that the parents will be able to overcome the greed of the sense doors if the Buddha will express the way that he is doing it. So the Buddha, he tell the father and the mother that he himself overcome the greed for the sense doors, and even the angels, the daughter for Mara, could not temptate them. And the angels, they are actually very pure in the body. They are looking much beautiful than human being, and human being body have a lot of dirt inside them, like pee, kaki, sweating, and all these elements. Which, if you are dying, so nobody will be able to touch the dead body, even with the foot. Even the Buddha say, even with my foot, I will not dare touch the body. But what happened is that the father and mother got the message, so they became anagami. Anagami is someone that really cut the greed and the anger. So he cut the greed for the sense doors. So that's what happened to him. So they became anagami, the third step, and then they became a monk. They come and enjoy to the Buddha, and then became enlightened. But the girl herself, Māgandiya herself, she was so arrogant, she was so attached to her beauty and her body and to herself, so she did not understood the message that the Buddha mean. And what she said that, okay, if you don't want to marry me, don't need to marry me, but why you have to insult me? She got it as an insult, that something like Buddha said to her, you are kaki and pee. Vas, or something like your body cover with a beautiful color, but inside you are very dirty. So she didn't got the message, and she created a lot of anger to the Buddha, and she make a vow in her mind that she want to hurt the Buddha. Then the father and mother going to be monks under the Buddha. They get enlightened, like I told you, and they give the daughter to the little brother of the father. So the little brother of the father, the uncle, actually became the father, like a father for her. And he think, who is the person that really can marry and equal to this beautiful girl? So he take her few country nearby to the King Udena. That's how our story switched to the King Udena story. And she became one of the third queen of the King Udena. So the King Udena have three queens. One of them is Māgandiya herself. And another queen of the King Udena, she became students of the Buddha. So now we have a students of the Buddha, Samavati. She has like helpers. So Samavati with her helpers became close students of the Buddha. And Māgandiya, she is the second, another queen. And then the time happened that the Buddha came to the city of the King Udena, which the city name is Kusambi. So the Buddha coming and invited by rich people to Kosambi. And Māgandiya, that make a vow in herself that she's going to hurt the Buddha, discover that the Buddha came to the city where she's staying, and also Māgandiya, sorry, not Māgandiya, Samavati, the other queen, she's close students of the Buddha. And now she's trying to make her mission come true to help the Buddha. So we continue with this, that she trying 2 times to help the Buddha. One time you can roll all the way till 19. This is where we are now. The first episode that she's trying to help the Buddha, she trying to help, okay, we are here. Okay, this is our continuing. So the first episode that we was talking last time, it's that she tried to help the Buddha via the Samavati and girls, that they are something like students of the Buddha. She tried to make the king against them. So she said that they make a hole. Actually, they make the hole on the walls to worship the Buddha. But she said to the king that they make the hole to discuss with some people to help the king himself. Then the king didn't act with this. He just let go. He didn't follow what she's trying to do. And then Samavati explained the king that she actually want to worship the Buddha. So the king opened windows for them. So this was the first things that what she's trying to do. She failed. Second thing, she's hiring people. She pay money to people that they speak bad to the Buddha and to chase the Buddha from the city. The Buddha used a patient, say to Ananda, we should not act any actions. Let the things finish by themselves. And after 7 days, it's finished. So now Māgandiya she's still trying to see what can I do. I failed in 2 times, and she's actually trying another 3 times or 4 times more. So now we are coming to the third trying to help the Buddha. So, but she don't get into Buddha himself. She trying to help the disciple of the Buddha. It means that she trying to help Samavati and her students, followers. So please, Martin, maybe you can read the continue of the story, what she's trying to do now.
When Māgandiya had failed the second time to cast the teacher out of the city by abusing him, she thought to herself, what can I do now? Then the thought occurred to her, these women are his supporters. I will destroy them. Accordingly, one day, while King Udena was drinking strong drink and she was standing near him, she sent the following message to her uncle. Let my uncle come with 8 dead chickens and 8 live chickens. Having arrived, let him stand at the top of the stairs and announce his arrival. When he hears the word enter, don't let him enter, but send him first the 8 live chickens and afterwards the others. And she gave money to the doorman, saying, be sure to do my orders. Chula Māgandiya came and announced himself to the king.
Sorry, Dhammacari, it's the name of the uncle. I told you that when the father and mother, they went to be monks under the Buddha, they gave the daughter to the little brother of the father, and all the people in the family called Māgandiya. But Chula Māgandiya, it means little Māgandiya. It means little brothers, something like little brothers, little uncle. Okay, but still now he's like taking care for his daughter, new daughter. He got from his brother new daughter. So this is mean Chula Māgandiya or uncle. Okay, please.
When, however, he heard the word enter, he said, I will not enter the king's drinking place. Māgandiya then sent her doorman, saying, boy, go to my uncle. He went, took the 8 live chickens, which Chula Māgandiya gave him, carried them to the king and said, Your Majesty, the Brahmin has sent you a present. A most excellent and delicate piece, said the king. Now, who will cook them? Māgandiya said, Great king, the 500 women led by Samavati have nothing to do. Send the chickens to them, let them cook them and bring them to you. Accordingly, the king sent them, saying to the doorman, Go and give these chickens to the women. Tell them not to give them to the hands of anyone else, but to kill them and cook them themselves. Very well, Your Majesty, replied the king.
Okay, one moment. I just show you something. You think that we talk about this, that Samavati, the queen, the second queen, she became a disciple of the Buddha. But during this time, she became Sotapanna. And the disciples of the Buddha, the Sotapans, they will not be able to kill any animals. So this Māgandiya, she know it. So that's why she want to trick them. Something like give them 8 live chicken and you have to kill them. But something like to make them under conflict. So she know that they will not kill the chicken. It will not be able, they will not be able. Something like they will refuse to the king, I will not going to kill the chicken. It means I'm not going to cook for you chicken. Something like this. So this is actually her aim. And you see how it will develop. Yeah.
Very well, Your Majesty, replied the doorman, and went and delivered the message. But the women refused to do the king's request, saying, We do not take the life of any living creature. The doorman returned and so informed the king. Māgandiya said, You see, great king, now you shall find out whether or not they really take the life of living creatures. Your Majesty, send word to them, cook them, and send them to the ascetic Gautama.
You see now what she's doing? She said, okay, they don't want to cook for you, huh? So try if you give them to cook for Buddha, because they are disciples of the Buddha. They like the Buddha more than you. Please.
So the king sent message to them, but the doorman, while pretending to carry the live chickens to the women, in reality went and gave them back to the Brahmin and carried the 8 dead chickens to the women, saying,
You see what, Nick? Replace them. Now you give them the life, and he took the dead people. So when he's going now, he's going to the woman with he's going he take the dead chicken, and now he's going to the woman with the dead chicken in the end. Yeah.
Cook these chickens and send them to the Buddha. This, to be sure, is our duty, said the woman in reply. And going to meet him, they received the chickens. When the doorman returned to the king asked him, What was the result, boy? he gave the king the following report. The moment I said to them, cook these chickens and send them to the hermit Gautama, they came to meet me and accepted them. See, great king, said Māgandiya, they will not do it for the likes of you, but you would not believe me when I said to you, they like the Buddha more than you. But even when the king heard this, he tolerated their conduct and remained silent.
You see, she tried to make the king against them. Then they love the Buddha more than you. Oh, why you give them so many things, but still they don't think about you. They think about Buddha more. But the king still didn't obey to her. Just stay neutral about it. Now we go on to another episode. So she failed again. Okay, this is the third time she tried to make the king against or whatever against them, but cannot success. So now she will do other things. What she's going to do now?
Māgandiya thought to herself, what shall I do now? Now, at this time, the king was used to dividing his time equally among the three queens, Samavati, Vasudhata, and Māgandiya, spending 7 days by turns in the apartment of each. Māgandiya, knowing that he would go tomorrow or on the day after to the apartment of Samavati, sent word to her uncle, send me a snake. First cover its tooth with a poisonous drug. He did as she told him and sent her the snake. Now, wherever the king went, he was used to taking his violin with him, and in the body of this violin was a hole. Māgandiya inserted the snake in the hole and stopped the hole with a bunch of flowers. For 2 or 3 days, the snake stayed in the violin.
Okay, you see what she's doing now? She know, now is the time for the king to go to Samavati. Okay, so she know that he have some kind of small guitar or something like this, and in this guitar there is a hole. She asked the uncle to bring a snake, poison snake. She put inside and cover it with the flowers. Okay, so then she putting the something like a small violin, like a small guitar or something like this play machine. So the king, he liked to play with this every sometime. He take it with him. Okay, so now it's hanging and waiting when he's going to use it while he's going to Samavati place. Yeah.
On the day when the king was to go to Samavati's apartment, Māgandiya asked him, to whose apartment will you go today, Your Majesty? To Samavati's apartment, the king answered. Māgandiya said, Your Majesty, today I had a bad dream. Please do not go there. I am going all the same. 3 times she tried to convince him not to go to Samavati and failed. Finally, she said,
Yeah. Martin?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Finally, she said, in case I will go with you too. In spite of the king's resistance, she went with him, saying, Your Majesty, I have a bad feeling today. Sorry, Ajarn. Yeah, please. Oh.
I will just quit WhatsApp.
Okay, yeah, please do whatever you need. Okay, I just speak about this shortly. She pretending that she was thinking about or sleeping and she had bad dreams, and she tried to convince the king, something like she don't know that that he want to go to Samavati place. She asked him, where are you going? So he said, I'm going to Samavati. Really? Because I was thinking something bad that's going to be with you. Be careful, please don't go there. Something like she has some kind of bad feeling about where he's going today, and he should be careful and maybe don't go there. But she knows that he will go.
In spite of the king's resistance, she went with him, saying, Your Majesty, I have a bad feeling today, and I do not know what will happen to you. The king, wearing clothes, flowers, perfumes, and jewels given him by Samavati and her followers, ate a lot, and then placed his violin by his pillow and laid down on the bed. Māgandiya, pretending to be just walking back and forth, removed the bunch of flowers from the violin hole, whereupon the snake, which had been without food for 2 or 3 days, got out of the hole and coiled itself up on the top of the bed. When Māgandiya saw the snake, she screamed with a loud voice, Oh, Your Majesty, there is a snake. And she immediately shouted at the king, saying, This stupid, unlucky king will not listen to anything I say to him. As for those shameless bad people, although you as their king gave them so much, they still wish to kill you.
You see what? Something like pretend, she don't know anything about the snakes, and suddenly the snake jump. Maybe they want to kill you. That's why they put the snakes in the bed. Huh? So she's shouting on him, something like make him hot, make him bad feeling, because she knows nobody want to die. He's a king, but he don't want to die. And suddenly say, oh, someone want to kill me. What is this? These people, it's mean about Samavati and her people. Samavati and her people want to kill him without and how much she, like Māgandiya, the good girl, she want to save the king, but he never listened to her. Okay, something like this. So now make the king again against this group of people. Yeah.
Your Majesty, when I told you today I had a bad dream, please do not go to Samavati's apartment. You did not listen to what I had said. When the king saw the snake, he was terrified with fear of death. Anger arose within him, and he said, So, this is what they are capable of doing. What criminals they are. Yet, I would not believe Māgandiya when she told me how evil they are. First, they made holes in the walls of their own rooms and sat there. Again, when I sent the chickens to them, they sent them back. Today, they put the snake in my bed. I should kill them all.
You see, he already believed them. Now it's already said so many times I get warned, but I never believe. Now it's for sure bad. I should kill them. So now he's going to kill them. Okay? Yeah.
Samavati delivered the following message to her 500 women. Friends, we have no other refuge for ourselves. Send metta towards the king and the queen as you do towards yourselves. Don't be angry with anyone. The king took his bow. You see what she's teaching them? How the Buddhists have to act. You don't forget she's a Sotapan. Okay, she has full confidence in Buddha Dhamma Sangha. She understands this is our karma. Whatever karma we have to pay, we have to pay. But we are not paying it by anger and revenge. We can paying it only by developing good mind, which is loving kindness. Even if we have to die, we will die with loving kindness. Okay? So now the king want to kill them. Yeah, please. The king took his bow, which required 1,000 men to operate, placed a poisoned arrow on it, and pulled the string in front of Samavati and all the other women in a single line behind her.
He shot the arrow to them, okay? So when this is very strong, normally the king have very, very strong arrow, because if you go to in the army, you have to go in the front. And maybe he can kill few people with one arrow. So this is what he have done. And all the women standing in the front of them. Okay, so the arrow is flying through them, please.
Then shot the arrow at Samavati's breast. But through the supernatural power of her loving kindness, the arrow turned and went back, exactly on the same path that it had gone, as if it were the king's heart, and then fell on the ground. You see what happened with the power of loving kindness? This is, we have 11 things what loving kindness can do.
one of the things, one of the results of loving kindness, no fire, no stormy weather, no earthquake, nothing can hurt you. You will be protected from war, from anything. Understand? That's why I'm coming here to Israel. I don't afraid, because of my duty is just to send loving kindness, to produce good. So we don't afraid from dangerous when we are coming with goodness. Anyway, whatever karma we have to pay, we have to pay. So they're acting in the same way. And you see what happened? That the arrow fly to them, turn back, and come back to the king. But he didn't touch the king. He didn't kill the king. He just fell down. Something like the arrow want to show him something. And this is the power of the loving kindness and the purity of this woman. Yeah.
The king thought to himself, the arrow I shot can go even through a rock, and there was nothing in the air to make it turn back. But it turned back the same path it went. Indeed, this incredible, lifeless arrow knows Samavati's goodness. But I, as a human being, don't understand it. And throwing the bow away, stretching forth his hands in an attitude of reverence, he bowed down before Samavati's feet and pronounced the following verse.
He says something like, this is arrow. It's made by, I don't know, maybe wood or something like this. But he have more wisdom than me, that I'm a human being with all my brain. I cannot understand how pure they are. But the arrow itself, he didn't touch them. He came back to me and almost hurt me. So he said, how stupid I am, less than arrow, even less than wood, something like this. So he come and prostrating 3 times to the Samavati. Okay, when he recognized a purified mind. So, and then he prostrating and he's speaking to her. What he say?
I am confused. All kinds of ways confused am I, Samavati. Please protect me. You must be a refuge to me. Samavati, hearing his words, instead of saying, very well, your majesty, seek refuge in me, said, great king, in whom I have gone to seek refuge, in him you should also seek refuge.
You see, she don't want to take, I'm not the one that you should take refuge on him. Yeah, okay, I'm students on someone, the Buddha himself. If you want to take refuge, you have to go to the Buddha, not to me. I'm not who will be your savior. Yeah.
Having thus spoken, Samavati, disciple of the Sun Buddha, said, do not seek refuge in me. To whom I have gone for refuge, he is the Buddha. O great king, he is the Buddha unsurpassed. Go for refuge to the Buddha, and don't seek refuge in me. The king said, now I am more afraid, and pronounced the following verse. This is even more confusing, all the quarters confusing me. Samavati, please protect me. You must be a refuge to me.
He feel that you have to help me. You have to help me. So what's your answer then?
But she refused him exactly as before. Finally, he said, well then, I seek refuge in you and in the teacher, and I grant you a boon. I accept the boon, great king, she replied.
Okay, you see just how much she have trust on the Buddha. And her ego is very, very low. Even the king insists to take refuge on her. Still, second time she refusing. She said, no, I am not the one. You don't push me to be your refuge. The Buddha is your refuge. Okay? So then you don't have anything to say, okay, I take refuge on you and the Buddha. In which way I take refuge? Buddha, I will go and pay respect to him. But you, I also want to somehow give you back something. Yeah.
The king approached the teacher, took refuge in him, invited him to accept his hospitality, and for 7 days gave generous alms. Then, addressing Samavati, he said, please ask whatever you wish. Samavati replied, great king, I have no need of gold and silver, but offer me this boon. Arrange that the teacher may come here regular with his 500 bhikkhus, so that I may hear the Dharma.
Okay, one moment. You see what she asking? She don't asking money. She don't asking something to be beautiful. Nothing. She just want to make merit. She just say, if you want to give me something, help me together to make merit. Okay. So first, invite the Buddha to come. Something like every day to the temple, so we will be able also to make dana and also to listen to Dharma. So, please.
So the king worshipped the teacher and said, "Venerable sir, come here regularly with your 500 bhikkhus. Samavati and her attendants say they wish to hear the Dharma." The teacher replied, "Great king, the Buddhas may not always go to one place. Many desire their presence."
You say, sorry, this is sometime happened. People coming, kings or whatever, they say, please come and take also Pasaneti, another king also make the same things to the Buddha. I say, please come every day, every day, every day. Then I want to offer you. So the Buddha say, no, so many people need me to get to get merit from my service. I will not be able to dedicate myself only to one person, but I will send my assistant, Ananda. So he said to Ananda, you go every day and you will help them and teach them Dharma and help them to make merit.
Well, then, appoint one bhikkhu to come. The teacher directed the elder Ananda to go. So Ananda went every day to the royal palace with 500 bhikkhus, and those women every day provided the elder with food and listened to the Dharma.
Yeah.
One day, after they had listened to the elder's discourse on the Dharma, their hearts were filled with joy, and they rendered honor to the elder by presenting him with 500 yellow upper robes, each worth 500 coins. When the king saw that they had no single cloth left, he asked them, "Where are your yellow robes? We gave them to the reverend elder." "Did he take them all?" "Yes, he took them all."
One moment. You see what happened? Okay, every day they come, give food. One day, the women, they ask the king, we want to offer now robes, okay, for the monks. So the king gave them a lot. He gave them 500, but this group was something like not so much like the robe. And when they offer something, the monks, they took all the robes. And the king wondered why they have to take so many. Why they so stingy? For what they need the robe so much? I give them more than the amount of monks that exist. So he was wondering, where is the robe? So the woman said, they took everything. So why they have to take everything? They took more than what they need. Yeah. He was suspecting the king. Yeah, please.
The king approached the elder, worshipped him, questioned him about the gift of the robes by the women, and learning that the women had given the robes and that the elder had received them, asked, "Venerable..."
Okay. Sorry, talking about elders, talking about Ananda and the rest of the monk. This is what mean elders, okay? Yeah, please.
"Venerable sir, there were many robes, were there not? What will you do with so many?"
Yeah, okay, the king was asking, I gave you so, it was so many. No, it is not so many. Where have you went? Where you took it? What you have done with all of them? This is what he asked. Something like, I didn't give much. It is not so much. And then something like, of course it was much. So where you took it? Why you have to take so much? Something like this, the monk and the king coming to ask the Ananda, please.
"I shall keep as many as we require for ourselves and send the rest of the robes to those monks with old robes, great king." "What will they do with their old robes?"
You see, as Ananda is saying, we will take only how much we need. We will not take more than what we need. But the rest, what left over, because you gave us more than what we need, we will give it to others. Okay?
"They will give them to those whose robes are in still worse state of repair."
Mm-hmm.
And what will they do with their own old robes? They will make bedspreads of them. What will they do with the old bedspreads? They will make carpets of them. What will they do with the old carpets? They will make foot towels of them. What will they do with the old foot towels? They will cut them into small pieces, mix them with clay, and use them to close holes in the walls.
You see what Ananda answering? We have robes you gave us. Okay, so we will take, we have not so bad robes, but so what we will do? I mean, we give the other robes to the people that the robes is very old. And what they will do after they get, now they have old robes. So they give it to they will make, everyone will use it more and more till they can, even the old one, the most terrible robes that have, they will cut it, they put the clay, and if there is a problem in the hall, they will stick it on the wall so they can close the kuti. Okay? Something like everything is used. They use everything. They don't waste, they don't throw to the rubbish, anything. Yeah.
Venerable Sir, although all these are given to your reverences, nothing is lost. Quite so, great king. The king was so pleased that he caused 500 more robes to be brought and placed at the elders' feet.
You see how much the monk using in a good way, whatever they get. They don't waste anything. They don't throw to the rubbish anything. They don't take what they don't need. Okay? So he was so impressed. He said, so maybe more monks they can make use. He give them more. Okay? So what happened to him? He became like a great supporter of the Buddha. Giving rob. You take, I know you will not make misuse by this. It will be great for you. So he became now convert into great supporter of the Buddha with robe and requisite, let's say. Okay? So please.
We are told that robes worth 500 coins were presented to the elder and laid at his feet in lots of 1,000, and that he received this number 100,000 times. Those robes worth 1,000 coins were presented to the elder and laid at his feet in lots of 1,000, and that he received this number 1,000 times. That robes worth 100,000 coins were presented to the elder and laid at his feet in lots of 1,000, and that he received this number 100 times. It is impossible to enumerate the number of robes he received by ones and twos and threes and fours and fives and tens.
That's what I told you, that actually the king was so impressed that he became supporter of the Buddha on requisite. So that something I want to show, from this moment, the Buddha never miss requisite. He all the time, he has so much requisite. And what he have done with this requisite? Yeah, please.
We are told that upon the death of the teacher, the elder traveled all over Jambudvipa, presenting the bhikkhus in all of the monasteries bowls and robes of his own.
You see, this is what he said, that from this moment, the Buddha, he became by himself like a, I don't know to say rich, but he could all the time, wherever he go, from this moment till he die, all the time he could go and give the monks wherever they need. So support them, something like the teacher going around, and he have present to give to his students. So his students will never meet. So something like now, because of the king, help the teacher, the Buddha himself, to be great teacher and supporter to his own students. Okay, so now we finished this episode. You see what happened? Māgandiya wanted again to hurt them. Okay, almost success on killing them. But it again turned to be that it's not only not hurt the Buddha and his disciple, they became more honored because of this. Now we are coming to last episode, okay? So, Angelica, we should start to read about it. This is the last. I don't mind, whatever you think.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit,
Sure.
we have enough time.
We have time.
Okay, so please, Martin. So now we are going to the next episode.
Burning of Samavati and punishing of Māgandiya. Māgandiya thought to herself, whatever I do turns out otherwise than I expect. What shall I do now? Finally, she had a plan. On her way to the garden to enjoy herself, she sent the following message to her uncle. Go to Samavati's palace, open the linen closet and the oil closets, soak pieces of cloth in the jars of oil, and wrap these cloths around the pillars.
Sorry, do you remember the houses that time is built by wood, mostly by wood. So what she's telling to her uncle, go open all the cloth with the oil, cover it with the oil, and go make it surrounding the wooden pillow. So she are going to cover the building by cloth and oil. So this is easy to burn. Yeah, please.
Then, having gathered all the women in the house, close the door, lock it from outside, set fire to the house with torches, and then run and go your way.
You see what she said to the uncle? She want to burn him. All these girls, they are actually the supporter of the Buddha. It's not, she's not going to hurt the Buddha himself, but she's so much anger, so she's looking out to hurt the Buddha through his supporter. And in this case, it's most easy for her, Samavati, okay? Something that create anger through Samavati now. So she telling to her uncle to cover the wooden post with the cloth, with the oil, and to burn it after he collect all the women in the house and close them so they cannot run away. Please.
The uncle went up into the palace, opened the closet, soaked robes in the oil jars, and was just beginning to wrap them about the pillars when the women led by Samavati came up to him and said, "Why are you doing this, uncle? My ladies, the kings desire these pillars to be strengthened and has therefore given orders that they be wrapped in cloths soaked in oil. It is hard to understand why certain things should be done in a king's house and certain other things should not be done. I beg of you, my ladies, not to remain here with me."
One moment, you see, almost they catch him. They catch him doing it. So he tried to, you don't know what to do. Okay, he tricked them. They lied to them. Oh, no, this is the king. He want to make very strong the house or whatever. But they were asking, what is this? Why you have to do this? They catch him on the way. But he started to tell them some kind of story about the king want to make everything strong. Yeah.
As soon as they had departed and entered their room at his suggestion, he closed the doors, locked them from the outside, set fire to first one cloth and then another, and ran away.
You see what he's doing? Closing them. He's success on his mission. He's closing them in the house and burning them in the house. Yeah.
Samavati delivered the following teaching to her followers. It would not be an easy matter to determine exactly the number of times our bodies have thus been burned with fire as we have passed from birth to rebirth in the round of existences, which has no conceivable beginning. Therefore, be heedful. As the fire burned through the house, the women applied themselves to meditation on the feelings, with the result that some of them attained the fruition of once returning, while others attained fruition of non-returning.
Okay, you see what happened? She, at this moment, Māgandiya success in her mission to kill them. So they all burn into the fire of inside the house. So they were, in the same times, there was Māgandiya and Samavati herself gather all the students, all their friends before they are dying and tell them meditate and use this moment that you are burning and dying as something like we are paying some karma, so at least we can develop our mind in this last moment. So because of this, they convert all of them, minimum Sotapani, Sakatakami, Anagami, and Arahant. Okay, so please.
When the king heard the cry, Samavati's house is on fire, he went there quickly, but the house had burned down before he could reach it. Having turned off the flames, he sat down, surrounded by his retinue of his people, overwhelmed with profound grief, and recalled his mind the virtues of Samavati. Who could have done this deed, he thought, coming to the conclusion that Māgandiya was the author of the crime. He thought to himself, if I frighten her by my questions, she will not tell me. Therefore, I will trick her and question her gently.
One moment. Sorry, one moment. You see what happened? The king saw the fire, he coming, he somehow can turn it off, but all the other women, they already die. All this Samavati with all the women die. He understood how pure she was and how he actually loved her and appreciated her. She was his refuge. Don't forget that he took refuge on her, okay? So in this moment, his heart so broken, he make calculation what can make the cause for this? Who can cause it? And he make one by one, and he saw that all the time something like Māgandiya tried to help her in different way. So he got into the idea must be Māgandiya, but he don't have any evidence. He don't know how can he tell she was there. So he have to think in a clever way how to find out that this is something like to prove that this is Māgandiya. So he's very clever monk. Very clever king. And you see what actually he's doing.
Accordingly, he said to his ministers, well, until this moment, no matter what I was engaged in or occupied with, I was afraid and suspicious. Samavati was ever seeking occasion to harm me. But now my mind will rest in peace, and I shall be able to lie down to sleep in security.
You see what he's doing? He coming to his servant and making something like the speaking, okay? Speak out. Oh, I'm so lucky. This queen all the time want to hurt me. Lucky she died. I'm so happy now I can sleep very good because she want to kill me so many times. But now I can relax. I can really sleep and be happy. Okay, so it's something like speak it out. And then what happened?
Who was it? Who was it that did this deed, Your Majesty? Someone who really loved me must have done it. Now Māgandiya happened to be standing near, and when she heard the king say this, she said, none other than I could have done this. I alone did it. I sent word to my uncle and ordered him to do it. The king answered her, except for you, there is not a living being who really loves me. I am delighted. I grant you a boon. Send for all of your relatives.
One moment, you see what he's doing? He's tricking her actually. He asked something like his assistant asked him, so who can do this? Who can save your life? So she was hearing this. She said, and then she said, the king very happy. I must tell him that this is me. I saved his life. So she came and exposed this. She something like tell about herself. I did it. So the king is still continue playing the game. He tell her, wow, thank you very much. You saved my life. I love you so much. So I must give you some present back. He said, I want to give you a present, but not only you. I give to you and all your friends, all your relatives. Please bring all of them together. I will give to all of you very good present.
So Māgandiya sent the following message to her relatives. The king is pleased with me and has granted me a boon. Come immediately. The king gave high honor to all those who came. Some people who were in no way related to Māgandiya, hearing about it, paid money to her and came and said, we are also relatives of Māgandiya.
Okay, you see what happened? They're so corrupted that some people, everybody happy to get present from the king. Everybody wants, right? They start to give her money. We also, now from this moment, we are your relative. So we also will come, okay? So what the king is doing, he wants to give them back present.
When the king had them all in his hands, he dug holes in the palace court, set them therein, filled it with earth, spread straw on top, and set fire to the straw on fire. Set the straw on fire. When the skin had been burned, he caused the bodies to be ploughed with an iron plough and to be broken up into pieces. As for Māgandiya, he cut pieces of flesh from different parts of her body with a sharp knife and set in a vessel of oil on the fire pan. He had them fried like cakes and made her eat them.
What kind of king is this? He creating bad karma for himself. Do you know that I asked Lisa to check this kind of what I something like I make it easy to read, okay? I took it from the origin and I changed the wording in this. And I asked, after I finish, I sent to Lisa, please, can you check my English? So she want to make it easy for herself. She gave it to the AI. And you know that the AI told her, this is very bad things to do. Something like what the king making, he burn all the people and he like fields cut them with the wires of the and what he's doing with the hair, he cutting pieces from her body, cooking her and giving her to eat. So like a steak, like shish kebab. But the AI say, don't do this, don't do this, it's not good things to do. So he take it out. So you see what the king is also, everybody's stupid, doing stupid things, but what to do? Anger is anger. Yeah.
In the Dharma hall, the bhikkhus began to discuss matters, saying, it is not right that a female lay disciple like Samavati, endowed with such faith, should suffer such a death. The teacher came in and asked them, bhikkhus, what is it you are sitting here now talking about? When they told him, he said, bhikkhus, if you regard this existence alone, it is indeed highly improper and unjust that the 500 women led by Samavati should suffer such a death. What they received, however, was in every way proper, considering the wrong they had committed in previous existences. Venerable Sir, what was the wrong they committed in previous existence? Please tell us. Responding to their request, the teacher related the following.
Okay, you see what happened? They ask why is it Samavati, Sotapan, they all Sakatakami, whatever, they are so good, they're worshiping the Buddha, they like the Buddha so much, following the precepts so much. Why they have to go into the fire, then someone have to burn them and they have to die in this very miserable. He's talking about Samavati, not about Māgandiya. Māgandiya, very obvious what she's done. But Samavati was so pure. Why they have to die like this? And then the Buddha say, yeah, this reincarnation, they was very pure. And if you think about this reincarnation only, this is very not justice that they have to die like this. But it's not about this reincarnation, it's about past life. And now the Buddha is telling, two stories about past life. One of them is what happened to Samavati, why this woman have to burn with the fire. And then also I told you that the Samavati have the other woman, Kujatara, which have the like a back, like a camel, yeah. And what is the reason that she have this kind of sickness? So these two, it's a past life of all of them. And this is the next two episodes, the last two episodes that we have in this story. So I ask again, Angelica, maybe it will be too long to read the continue, huh? Otherwise, we can keep it for the next time to complete. Huh? Angelica? Yeah?
Yes.
It will be too much information already. So now we finish what happened to them. In the next week, this will be the last week before Dhammacari making break. We will just complete the story, which is another two stories, the past life of Samavati and past life of Kujatara. So I keep it for questions. Anyone want to ask till here? If you want, you can drop the file. You can stop the file. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Ajarn.
Yeah. So this is actually complete in which way this Māgandiya, what she had done to the Buddha because she was not happy. Why Buddha tell her that you are kaki and pipi? So okay. Not pure. So this is now more story about it. Please, anyone want to ask anything about you don't have to ask only about this. You can ask other things here also if you have questions.
I have a follow-up question to the story.
Please.
You said that there are 11 things that loving kindness can do.
Yeah.
And, like, what are the other 10?
Okay, so one of them is like, let's say like this. You have the way a person that is develop the mind by loving kindness is he will be beautiful, okay? His face will be beautiful, or his body will be beautiful. Then people will love him, okay? Angels will protect him. Sentient beings, which is not human being, will love him. He will protected, I said, about fire and all these things. Poison and all the other things. What more? If you want, I can tell it next time, okay? And I try to remember more. It's altogether it's 11 qualities, okay? This is in the Metta Sutta. It's the Buddha say it. Also in the Anguttara Nikaya number 11. Also it's appear. Okay. What more? Let's see what I remember that protected. He belonged to the words of the Brahma Vihara. Okay. So if he will not use vipassana through this metta, because he developed concentration, he can sleep good, he can wake up good, he don't have bad dreams, okay? This is already another 3, okay? He will, Brahma Vihara? The Brahma Vihara, it means when he will die, if he will not practice vipassana and get enlightened through this, okay? So he will go to be like an angel, like a god. It's called Brahma Vihara, okay? This is Metta, Karuna, Mudita, and Upekkha. The people develop these 4 elements. Their mind is kind of like a god, we call it. Brahma Vihara, it's a god abode, okay? Like the place where the gods stay. So it's kind of angel when they die, because if they develop the metta. This is metta, karuna. Karuna, it's compassion. Mudita, it's sympathetic joy. And upekkha, it's mean neutrality. And the Buddha said that if someone will develop this kind of meditation, which when we die, this will be like a karma for us to push us to be some kind of God. Okay? So we can say again, he go to sleep good, he will wake up good, he don't have bad dreams, okay? He will have beauty, he will have, people will love him, sentient beings which not people will love him, the angels will protect him. What more I said? He belonged to the word of God. I think I didn't say count it as one of them. Yeah. I try to keep my memory. Huh?
The fire you had mentioned.
Protect by fire, weapon, and poison. Yeah. And we have another two. Okay. If you want, I can look at the list and I can tell you one by one. We can say it next time. This is in the, you have it in few places. One of them, it's in the Anguta Nikaya number 11 about metta. Okay. I can look here.
Yeah, well, thank you. It gave me an impression.
Okay. I can look at it easy with this, but I don't want to start to look. This approximately. Maybe I miss one or two things. Huh? Please. Any other question? Yes, please, Maria. You can open your microphone.
Yeah, I have a question. Today is Vesak.
Yeah.
In Buddhist countries, what do they do or what?
Yeah, normally in the, okay, what is the idea of Vesak? Vesak is considered, it's the name of months in the time of the Buddha, okay? And this is the 6th month of the year. It's called Vesak, okay? Normally for us, it's around, because we are counting according to the sun, but the Buddhist time, they count according to the moon, okay? So Vesak, it's about May-Juni, okay? This is the time. It's the 6th month of the year. And in the middle of the month of Vesak, this is the full moon, which is today. And what happened during this time, in this time, it was something special in the Buddha, for the Buddha life. The Buddha is the birthday of the Buddha. The Buddha born in this day. The Buddha also died in the same day. The birth and the dying of the Buddha, and also he get enlightened in the same day. These 3 occasions happen in this day. And that's considered to be something like frightened days. So the Buddha said something, they say in some place about that the Buddha choose to sit meditation in this night, something like to overcome his fear and everything. So that's why he choose to sit in this night, and he get enlightened also in this night. So this is what happened. And what in the Buddhism we do normally is that people using this occasion to come to the temple, okay? Of course, to worship, if there is a pagoda or whatever, they're worshiping the Buddha statue or the Bodhi tree, okay? This is a memorial for the Buddha himself. So if it's connected to the stupa, if there is a relic, so they worship the body of the Buddha himself, something like it's because the relic is inside, okay? If they worship the tree, they worship some requisite that the Buddha used, okay? If they worship Buddha statue, they're worshiping something which remind them the Buddha. So this is, we call Jedi. Jedi, it's memorial. So people coming and making this worshiping, so it's lift them up. So this is one thing. Second, the people that are coming and taking refuge on Buddha Dhamma Sangha, Buddha Sangha Kachame Taman, in the front of monk. The people coming, they take the precept. So they take at least maybe 5 precept or 8 precept, okay? The people coming making dana. They coming to the temple, they give a requisite to the monk, if they give robe or they give whatever. Worshipping, it's a flower, candlesticks or whatever. But they come, they give a requisite, maybe food or medicine or clothes, okay, to the monk. They get Dharma, the monk teach them some Dharma, okay? So this is something like learning, and also the people coming and practicing meditation. It means the people coming and trying to make a lot of merit in this day. Okay, welcome. Petition. I assume that you was reading Dhammacari today, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. The Dhammacari we are turning, the Buddha turned the wheels of Dhamma another 2 months from now. Today he get enlightened, another 2 months he will teach first time. This in Bodh Gaya he get enlightened, and in Sarnath, nearby Varanasi, he was teaching. So turning the wheel of Dharma will be another 2 months from now. This is the rainy season starting. So from now, another 2 months, the rainy season starts. Just the Pansa, what we call Vasa or Pansa, starting another 2 months from now. They're also full moon, a full moon. It will be in a month named Asalaha. So the Pansa starting from Asalaha Puja. Please, any other question?
Yes.
Yes, Michal, please.
Because if you said the metta protects you from fire
Yeah.
and still they die in fire.
Yeah, because of karma. Because of the karma. They have to pay the last karma of this. They cannot run away from this. But when you are sending metta, you're producing good karma. So if some karma can be avoided, when you are something like the good karma and bad karma fighting. You understand? But still, sometimes the bad karma is so strong that even if you cultivate the goodness, but you see what it's written that they use there, they didn't send metta, they use the acknowledgement of the feeling. It means they practice vipassana. That's help them to be sotapan, sakadagami, anagami, narahant. If they use metta, they might go to the words of the Brahma. But in this moment that they get into the fire, they didn't use metta. They used the meditation of feeling. It means acknowledgement, feeling, or worry, whatever. So they actually, what helped them to go to Sotapan, Sakadagami, Anagami, or Arahant is that they use the Vipassana in this moment. What she teach them in the room, it was acknowledge the feeling. And when the king pushed them, so she asked them not to face the fear with the metta. So there's 2 different methods. And she chose the right method. When she told them you should practice vipassana, this is help them to go to Ariya. If they use metta, it's not so good for them. They stuck them to the Brahma. She chose the right things in this moment.
Thank you, Ajarn.
Welcome. One time it's happened that Sariputta invited to go to visit someone. And then he was sick, this person. I cannot remember who it was. But Sariputta, he teach him metta, to send metta. So when Sariputta came back to the monastery, the Buddha asked him, what did you teach him? So Sariputta told him, I teach him metta. He said, what do you want them to be Brahma? Go back to him and teach him vipassana. So Sariputta went back and then he died. He could make transformation to Sotapan or whatever. When Buddha corrects Sariputta, told them, change the method. bitter. See, when people was reading it first, they say, wow, what the king is doing. How the king is burning them and cutting them, and terrible to cut someone's body, cook it and give them to eat. Oh, but you see how stupidity, so much anger we follow them. You never know what the king will go. This Udena, where he went after this. But this is the story. I told you, finally, the AI didn't want to put it. He said, no, it's not good things to do. Good. So, noch eine Frage? No? Okay. So, thank you very much. And I wish for all of you to continue to develop the good things. And all the good things that you are accumulating now and what you are going to do will be conditioned for all of you for Maka, Pala, and Nirvana, that you find the real happiness. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much. Good night.